training camps, huh? Oh, come on. Oh, okay. I ain't never paid no attention.
Hey, bro. Pass it in.
We are underway on EA Sports.
QB, do you need me to pause it?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Because I got everything I need now. Get your big ass off me. Nigga. Oh, shit.
A gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you know you gotta give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about
that bully.
Hell yeah, let's go, baby.
Obviously in sync with each other, whether it's
oh, it just quit.
Power running game, no matter what, he understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
QB, did you quit?
Fucked off the release.
He's one of the better backs in the league.
What happened?
Had to come into this game with the idea. Slow him down.
Oh, come on.
It's going to be a long afternoon.
You would have played back or not?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. 49-yard line. They'll throw on first down with
all right, y'all.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all
Merry Christmas.
Good night.
Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a
that shit out of here.
I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
Oh, humbug.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15
Come on.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was
3 seconds.
Unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there,
don't mind if I do.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up.
Oh, that should be so close. But it fucking has to be green.
Because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Come on.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Why does my nigga stop before he turns around to go back and this nigga just takes off?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Dog, why the fuck?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That's not a fucking gap. He just...
He'll have a first down past the 40. Finds the open man.
Why is this nigga standing there watching this nigga?
Finally wrangle him in at the 48.
It's starting to fucking piss me off, man. Because this nigga just stood there and watched this nigga run fucking behind him.
First down.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert, the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 carries, 77 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they got to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He was trying to get it to George Kittle as tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Burrow on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie.
Marvin Bagley jumped up and blew his shit out.
6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and
How the fuck? I didn't even
Bengals
fucking
drive
move.
about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they
The fuck?
have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What the
They
fuck?
do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now how the fuck this nigga just slither in between? Yeah,
That's here
okay.
to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys.
Nah, this nigga can't hit shit.
Ran to it and smothered
We'll
it.
go with this
What a
4th quarter
big
fuckery.
stop by them.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
That shit, bro.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
number 34 on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the Bengals' 33-yard line.
Now it's Wilson.
The fuck out of here.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
This shit's
If you want
bullshit.
a lesson
Now all of a
on
sudden
how
I
to
can't
defeat an
fucking score.
offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how...
And the pressure gets to him again. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case,
and all the way in for a Cincinnati.
How the fuck he dog? Why does he fucking do that dumbass shit?
An 80-yard touchdown.
Motherfucker reaches for the ball, knew he didn't fucking have it.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start.
Why is this nigga fucking spotting up instead of going to the motherfucking hole?
Great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And not much happening.
This nigga Giannis spots up in the fucking corner on a goddamn fast break instead of going to the fucking hole. Okay.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dean Lowry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy.
Come on!
The tackles.
That motherfucker was dead-ass fucking center.
It's David Arnett picking it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 30.
I ain't seen a whole lot of games where this nigga Giannis choke on fucking free throws in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10.
He did it last night.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd.
He did it last night,
How
sir.
about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down.
The fuck was that?
Excellent job getting down
Hey!
and avoiding the big hit.
I fucking can't, my nigga. I fucking can't. This nigga throws the oop with nobody down there, and instead of my niggas just fucking catching the ball, he taps that bitch back out.
Their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A reminder, once we hit half
Out of position like a motherfucker, he shoots a fucking fadeaway. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I know they fucked me in this game. Yep. Good game. Good fucking game. They fucked me.
Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They fucked me.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
I'm about to take the fucking break. This y'all gonna give me a motherfucking break.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 23-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery.
Why are you watching my stream?
And they're operating in plus. And he's going to take it in for the Steeler touchdown.
Why are you watching my stream, sir?
Great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense.
You see the bull crap they doing?
Having that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Yeah, he about to pass it.
Right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
It's 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That is caught by Cohen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. possession. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. This is Mostert. And he's got room.
You're kidding me.
20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? They're wrong.
Yeah, we talked about it. Despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
That's good.
23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out,
We're gonna have
they
to work
keep
on that.
possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
A 3-yard
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Steelers 23.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your lineman surge, and fire out.
Was about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 5.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And caught right side, Green. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. And the Bengal first down.
Now Burrow. And he completes it to Cohen. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. On the right side, caught by Green.
Burrow's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackler. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
first down, Bengals.
And Burrow going to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's David Arnett picking it off. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
This shit trash.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Throwing now is Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals Eagles drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
24.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Steelers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss here will move them back.
Good shit, David Moore. Oh, I'll play Corey. Hmm.